Hey everyone. So, right now I am in the garage and the car because this is just a nice place to talk and have some privacy. So, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about the last couple months. And I'm basically just going to talk about my new beginning and what I've learned over the last couple of months. So, on May the 9th, I decided to have a new beginning. I had the dedication to start fresh and to just move on from the past into a brighter future, to change my attitude where necessary, and I have grown and strengthened in different layers of myself because I needed change to happen. And so, my new the rededication essentially is putting Jesus first in every area of my life and following my heart. So learning to follow my heart, the worthy emotions, not just the mind, but yeah, following what's in the heart, connecting to it. I haven't always connected to the heart, but that in has been a really a lesson of itself. And so I will just be talking about a few lessons that, or at least a couple lessons that I have learned over the last couple of months. One thing that I learned is that I already have everything I need. And if you have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, which means you asked Him to come into your life, then you have Jesus and you have everything you need. Jesus is the answer because we look outside of ourselves for maybe it's things we can't achieve ourselves or we can't get, but we're looking for something and it's somewhere and we're trying to find it. And sometimes we don't know how we would ever get that thing, but we're looking for it. And that has happened to me very much so this month of June, where I was having experience where I was looking for connection. I'm not very social in the world. I'm in not just introvert, which I am an introvert, but I have had struggles with the social world, and I'm just very in my own universe. I'm in my own world figuring things out, and I just believe that God has allotted me to, or allowed me to, be alone for a duration of time for special purposes. So I haven't been very social, very connected. I have a couple friends and I have some family. That's really all I need. But it's taught me that I already have all I need in Jesus. And so He helps me get through this time when of course, there are things that I am needing. Like there are other things that I actually could use in my life that I do actually need. But I have the essentials. I have the essential things that I really need, on the hierarchy of needs. So I mean, I'm blessed. I am um so basically I there are things that of course humanly we do need in our lives to be healthy. We do need special connections. We do need these sorts of different sorts of things in the social world, connections, the essential needs, you know what I mean? Food, shelter, water, then other sorts of emotional, whatever our needs may be. The need to have fun, the need to have, healthy entertainment, boundaries, the needs to have balance in our life, things like that. But the point is, we have what we need inside of us. We have Jesus to sustain us. We have the essence of what we really are looking for. And it's already here. And that's big. Because a lot of us will learn this late in life. And man, it gets deeper. It gets deeper. And so it's but I'm going to try to stay on the point. Um, but yeah, many people choose the wide gate which is, it gets deep, but it's the gate to hell. The wide gate is the gate to hell. And then the narrow gate is the gate to heaven. In essence, this means that the wide gate is easy. It's easy to go on that path. It's easy to take the wide gate, which means there's so many different things so much space of things that you can do to go off the beaten trail, which the narrow path is the path to life. So it's harder to live that way because we're going against, it's spiritual warfare. So we're going against our flesh. The flesh is where a lot of the sinly nature takes place. It's our mortal bodies. outside of the spirit, which is like our true nature, our true self. That's like the God connection, faith, the spiritual, like peace, love, and joy, like things like that. The spiritual part of ourself is how we're supposed to be living. And so it's like we're going against ourselves, and that's the spiritual battle that we go through as human beings in a world that is filled with sin. And so it's deep stuff, and I'm breaking this down the best way I can. But I've been learning a lot of these things, and I've had a background as a Christian my whole life. So I've known of these worlds of things, but even having that background as a Christian, I have had to learn and relearn and unlearn different things and make different connections to truly understand in my own unique way that I need Jesus, and to pray every day, to read the Bible every day, to be dedicated, and so forth. I I've been in reading the Bible and praying every day, but it's been a habit that I've really had to work to develop. Um, and there's other habits for me to develop along the way. So developing habits can be very energy expensive. Some take more of your time and energy. Other habits you can just do and habit stack them, put habits together. I don't know, but it's just, yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to do, but I really need to work to make them connect, to, I don't know, it's hard, just to do what I need to do or make, yeah. So anyways, staying on point. So like basically, so I'm kind of like tired. I only got 5 hours of sleep for real. So I'm okay and everything. I just couldn't, like, I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep like last night. And so like, this is the very last thing I'm doing for the day. And then I'm basically just going to bed. So, but I'm dedicated to making this video. I do one a month, and I'm dedicated to that at least. So that just describes why I might be like in different places in different worlds. Just have to focus myself. So basically, there's a lot going on. It's complex and deep. But to keep it in focus, we have everything we need in Jesus Christ. So yes, that is the most major lesson that I've learned. So backstory. I Going into May, I was just working on different goals and projects, staying positive, staying optimistic. Like making sure that problems that I had that would attack me in the past that I would just give into, and anxiety and depression would consume me instead of giving it up to God because I couldn't fight and I didn't know how to fight. Negative energy, we're all sensitive to it. I know I'm very sensitive to negative energy. And whenever it takes a hold of me, I'm usually innately in the flesh, I'm weak and I'm too weak to fight it. I give in to those sensations of anxiety and depression. I'm very sensitive to negative energy. And same with positive, negative, but I have been learning to not fight it and learn how to authentically give it to God in faith and to remain optimistic in a trial, to have solutions, to keep myself grounded in a trial. Really letting God help me authentically instead of just saying I do or saying I will and just doing it. And so I've been really working hard on that. It's been a tough journey, but working on giving the problems to God, not holding on to them myself and trying to do things on my own. Easy to do. Been doing it a lot of my life. And recently I'm learning how to authentically give that up. Giving up your burdens and your plans to God. His plan, faith. Faith is the only thing that can please God because that means you trust Him. You trust His plan for your life. And your plan's not first. It means that you're just looking to the Lord. You're obeying like it's childlike dependence on the Father, for your provisions, for your needs, letting Him care for you, letting Him fulfill the needs that you have that you can't quite fulfill or find in other people, and trusting that He's got your back, even when you can't always feel or see it. So faith is a very deep thing, and it's like a muscle that you train. Spiritual growth is a training where you're training yourself each day. And for me, it's gaining wisdom each day, like wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Just learning every single day and putting things together and seeing where I go with that. I've had a lot of different goals and so forth. So yeah, that's that look like, so May is just me going and doing projects, finishing some things up. Getting into the month of June, it's, well, well, let's see here. So there's different ways I want to put this, but I think I'm just going to go straight into what I was originally thinking. So basically in June, I was watching the Chosen series. No, May into June. I think there was a connection, but I was watching the Chosen series, season 1, which, Jesus, the actor Jesus, Jonathan Rumi. I was watching Jesus and I was like, man, I started to realize that I needed to form a connection with Jesus in human form. Like I needed to relate and be able to connect, not to just like the spiritual, but the human part of God and how he can understand, relate to us. There's something very deep about that since we're human and like we want to connect with God in every way that we can. And that was special for me to, to see that series and to want to then get to actually see get to know, maybe get follow, like I don't know how to put it. Just basically I was just like, okay, so let's see, does this actor do YouTube? Finding him on social media and just seeing what he does, because I just wanted to learn more and just see who he was, behind the screen, you got the actor, but then you want to know who the actor is, like how, their lifestyle and certain things. And that's how I was curious. And so I found him on Instagram. Well, first YouTube, not his official channel, fan account, but I ended up finding downloaded videos from an original Instagram account. And so I just started to learn more. I learned a lot of very fascinating things and made different connections that has helped me in my faith. That being one prime example. And he has a main account on Instagram, Jonathan Rumi Official. But yeah, that just, yeah, that connecting, like that just like was very helpful for me in my journey in this time. It I basically got to open my mind to, different ways of doing things, like in different denominations. I'm non-denominational. I'm not really of a denomination. It's like I'm like the kind of leave your denominations at the door kind of guy. Like we're Christian. It's universal. Though this is broken down into different denominations. But still, we're supposed to be one body. Then this regardless of our denomination. It's like that. It's like with race and ethnicity. Like we got to form the connection as Christians or as humans, not because, you know what I mean, right? Like we got to form the connection based on our community, on Christianity, on the thing that matters. So yeah, but I'm Southern. Well, really, I was raised Southern Baptist. Let's be real. It starts with the denomination usually, but I'm CMS. I'm more non-denominational, but still, I was raised Southern Baptist. Now Jonathan Rumi is Catholic, and that is awesome. It's all like I wasn't like familiar, okay? Like I wasn't familiar with Catholicism, and it was different, and it hit different, and I was like, wow. I was so curious. I was learning different things. I was learning about the Rosary. I was learning about some different types of prayers and connections to the Almighty, and it was cool. It was really cool. Um, So I just got to watch different and there's this thing called a novena, which is like a 9-day prayer. There's some different, and also Lent, which is like a 40-day thing leading up to Easter, I believe. I don't know much about all the different events, but I want to get educated, like Pentecost. And then there's the Last Supper and so forth. And so learning about some differing events, different observations of the faith. And fasting. I tried fasting once a month, and then the Sabbath, observe the Sabbath day, like rest day. Take a rest day. The Sabbath is like Saturday. Some people think it's Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. What basically the best thing I do is I just find a day in the week. Where can I find a day where I can have a rest day? It's easier when you have an option. Like it's hard to make Saturday. Like it's really hard for me to make one day be a rest day because I want to do this my whole life. And I think I'm getting on a tangent, but I'm just so passionate. Like, wow, we need a rest day. The Sabbath is so critical. Like I want to observe that every week for the rest of my life. It's something that would change my life. It's genius. It's God's design, and that's why. Going nonstop is exhausting. work 6 days, take a rest day. It's so good for your health. It's something that it's a habit that I've been nonstop like working on. Even though I've failed at the attempts, I will find a day. I will make it happen for my health and well-being as a person. Else I'd be going nonstop 24/7. You can probably see that I have some energy, which is good. I need, the Light Express, but getting some light in here. Though it's dimmed down quite a bit. Dimmed down quite a bit. See if we can, I think that helped a little bit. But yeah, so I hope this video turns out okay. Like, I'm doing this while like kind of sleep deprived, but I'm dedicated to this. And so let's just see. I think it's still gonna be decent. And I'm gonna try and wrap this up. So let's see here. This video is longer than I had thought it would be, but that's okay. It's a-okay. Yeah, so I'm just going forward. Whenever the past comes back up to my mind, what I do is I just say a prayer. I try to learn a lesson, or so forth. Like in that way, the past doesn't have to come back. And it's deep. It's been a journey, because the future too. It's not the past, and then then there's the world of the future. Ooh, yep, same thing. It's like okay, so the theme for the past and the future, okay, because we all deal with this. It's a big theme for all of us humans. The past, depression and anxiety theme, But I think the theme that I came up with was the past. Like, okay, so people have different themes for it, for what they say about the concept of the past and the future. Now, the past is something that I have already learned from. I think that's something that I said. It's something that I've already learned from. Or it's something that has served its purpose for a greater reason. So that something of that essence. And so then the future, is something that God has taken care of already. It's already taken care of. That way, I have the attitude that I can, I don't know. It's a way to then stay in the present. The past and the future. So, yeah, it's like those big concepts are big concepts. So anyways, wow. My journey is very deep, very complex and educational. That's my journey. This video, I'll always watch my video and stuff, but it's very interesting. Hopefully, I don't know. So I think this is a good time to wrap it up, because I'm getting more tired and weird, and I don't know, it's just very deep, and I love it. I love talking about it. Wait, I'm trying to. It keeps dimming so much, the lighting. But so yeah, I explained this the best way I possibly could, and this just goes to show that I'm dedicated to making YouTube videos once a month. I don't know if I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, but I'm still going at it, and I think there's a purpose in God's plan for me to do it. So if I'm on 2 hours of sleep, which is rare, I don't do all-nighters anymore. I had that phase back in college. I done lived that life. I don't like it. I don't have a use for it now. It's rare, and it happened. I woke up, couldn't go back to sleep. I've been up for 16 hours now. It's been a tough day. But I'm it always goes back to Jesus. I got Jesus. I'm good. So I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope that you gain some wisdom from this, and that this can quench some of your curiosities. Hope this brings you closer to Christ, my brothers and sisters, and others who are curious to know the Lord. So, I just thank you guys so much, and I don't know. I'm just wrapping this up. Okay, so I just hope that y'all have a blessed life, and that you guys just stay in prayer and let Jesus work on you, take care of you, be your everything. That's the theme. Let Jesus be your everything. Find him within, because you have all you need if you have Jesus. You're secure, and your eternity is secure. So you have what you need for this life. This life is hard. There is pain and suffering. But you have the sustentation, the sustainment you need in Jesus. And you have a special purpose, so you can handle this life. This life has knocked me on my butt so many times, so many different times. But Jesus gets me back up. He picks up my hand. He takes me. It's his strength. It's his word, the Holy Bible. And I just become more like Jesus. We're transforming to become more like him in his image, to become better versions of ourselves, and yes, to lead healthier lives. And no, I am not on any alcoholic beverage at all whatsoever. I am tired, which I was going to say something like this. I was like, should I say this? I'm like, fine. Like, basically, it feels like the equivalency of what it might be like to be drunk, but it might be totally different because I'm like sleep deprived today. But it's wholehearted. So it has its impact and sincerity. And I just think it's going to be a great video. And even if it's a little like funny, or even if it's odd, and even if I watch it and I cringe looking at this video, I was sincere, I was honest, and I just gave, I just gave what I had. I gave my heart, and I just expressed my life for the complex journey that it is. And I hope that this touches the hearts of those who view this. I have 95 subs. I'd like to get to 100. Get me 5 more subs. I would appreciate that. Thank you guys. But it's not about the subs, it's about Jesus. And if you round 95, I have 100, so I'm fine. But it would be cool, God willing. So I just love y'all. Thank you for just your support. Thank you for everything. I've been on YouTube since I was 19, like right around my 19th birthday. So I've been on YouTube for like a little over 3 years now. Wow. Just thinking about that. Wow. Yeah. A little over 3 years. I started around the cusp of COVID. That is when I started. Right around, the 2020 era. And I was inspired by my friend, Easy McQueen. So check him out. My friend, he has been doing YouTube longer than I have. Quite a bit longer. And he taught me some of the ropes. And so it's been fun. This is the one social media I really use. I put my heart out to like YouTube because there's so much wisdom and academic content on YouTube if you look for it. Like my curiosity, when I do research, Google YouTube. And it's pretty great. So much great biblical content on here. So many wonderful people worthy of being subscribed to. It's a great place if you look for great things. Also, YouTube. Yeah, that's my social media, man. That's the one that I use. I'm not even social on it. I don't talk to people. I just make my once a month videos and I watch stuff. That's pretty much it. I do text, but that's not. I mean, that is and isn't. That is social media, but it's different. I'm sorry, it's different. I do text more than I even do phone calls, but with my friends and family. But I'm gonna try and wrap this up. This is a normal length video. I thought it was gonna be 5 to 10 minutes, but no, I had a lot to express, and it's great. It's gonna be it's gonna be great. So I'm just all honesty here, nothing to hide. I just there's so many things to express. I just hope that you guys have a blessed life, like I expressed, and that you stay in prayer and let Jesus take care of you. And just, I'm into that. Blessings. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.